the philosophy that makes you unbreakable. Why do some people remain calm under pressure while others crumble? Why do some face betrayal, failure, and chaos, yet still move forward with unshakable strength? It's not luck. It's not genetics. It's a mindset, a way of thinking that's been tested for over 2,000 years. A philosophy designed to make you indestructible in the face of life's worst moments. It's called Stoicism. And if you understand it, it will change everything. The world today is filled with distractions, outrage, and weakness. People fall apart over criticism on social media. They chase happiness in money, relationships, and status, only to feel empty. They let their emotions control them instead of the other way around. But Stoicism? It teaches you how to master yourself, how to rise above the noise, control your emotions, and become someone who can face anything and never break. This is Stoicism explained like never before. From the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, to how you can apply it in your daily life. This is everything you need to know to develop a mindset so strong, nothing can shake you. Welcome to Real Stoics. Subscribe if you're ready to take control of your mind and your life. Now, let's begin. What is Stoicism? The philosophy of the unbreakable mind. At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy of control. It teaches that while you can't control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. It was born over 2,000 years ago in ancient Greece, later perfected by the Romans, and practiced by some of history's greatest leaders. Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome. Seneca, the wealthiest and most influential advisor of his time. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of history's greatest teachers. These men lived in ruthless times. Wars, betrayals, assassinations, exile, torture. And yet their minds remained calm, focused, and powerful. Stoicism is built on 4 key virtues, the core principles that make you truly unshakable. Wisdom, seeing reality for what it truly is, not what your emotions or biases tell you. Courage, facing fear, pain, and adversity without breaking. Justice, doing what is right, even when it's not easy. Discipline, mastering yourself, your emotions, and your impulses. These aren't just ideas. They are principles you can apply right now to strengthen your mind. Think about it. Someone insults you online. The weak person gets triggered, reacts emotionally, and starts an argument. The Stoic? They don't care. They control their response, stay calm, and move on. You lose your job. The weak person panics, complains, and blames others. The Stoic? They accept reality, adjust their strategy, and take action. Life hits you with tragedy, death, a failure, heartbreak. The weak person collapses under the weight. The Stoic? They grieve, but they don't let it destroy them. The first lesson of Stoicism is simple but powerful. You don't control what happens. You control how you respond. And once you master this, nothing can break you. The power of controlling your emotions. Most people today are ruled by their feelings. They let anger, fear, and desire dictate their actions. They react instead of thinking. And because of that, they're weak. But the Stoic? They don't let emotions control them. They control their emotions. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is what separates a Stoic from the average person. Imagine this. Someone cuts you off in traffic. The average person screams, honks, and lets it ruin their day. The Stoic? They take a deep breath and move on. Because why waste energy on something you can't control? You're about to take a risk, starting a business, speaking in public, asking someone out. The average person gets paralyzed by fear and self-doubt. The Stoic, they acknowledge the fear but act anyway. Someone insults you. The average person takes it personally and reacts emotionally. The Stoic, they don't let the words of weak people affect them. This level of control isn't natural, it's trained. And the way you train it? Through discipline. Epictetus, the former slave-turned-Stoic teacher, had a simple rule. Never let your emotions make decisions for you. Every time you react impulsively, emotionally, or out of fear, you're giving power to something outside of you. But when you train yourself to step back, observe, and respond rationally, that's when you become truly powerful. This is why Stoicism is so dangerous, because when you master it, no one can manipulate you. No one can control you through fear, anger, or desire. You become untouchable. In the next part, we'll go even deeper into one of the most powerful Stoic principles, Amor Fati, loving everything that happens, even the worst moments of your life. Because once you learn this, nothing will ever faze you again. Amor Fati, loving everything that happens to you. Most people fight against life. They resist pain, curse their bad luck, and wish things were different. But a Stoic, they embrace everything, even suffering. This idea has a name, Amor Fati. It means love of fate. It's not just about accepting what happens, it's about loving it, even when it's painful, even when it seems unfair. Why? Because everything that happens is fuel for growth. Friedrich Nietzsche, who admired Stoicism, once said, "My formula for greatness in a human being is Amor Fati." That one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. Not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it, but love it. Think about it like this. You lose your job. The weak person complains and blames the world. The Stoic, they see it as an opportunity. A new path opens. A new challenge arises. They embrace it. You go through a breakup. The weak person spirals into self-pity. The Stoic, they accept it, learn from it, and move forward, stronger. You get injured. The weak person dwells on what they lost. The Stoic, they use the time to grow in other ways, mentally, emotionally, strategically. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius faced plague, war, betrayal, and endless stress, yet he never complained. Instead, he wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." That's Amor Fati. When life throws you suffering, pain, or loss, you have two choices: resist it, complain, and suffer even more. Embrace it, use it, and become stronger. A Stoic always chooses the second option. Because once you train yourself to love everything that happens, good or bad, nothing can break you. Now, let's take it one step further. What if, instead of just loving fate, the obstacle is the way, turning problems into power? Most people run from problems. They avoid conflict. They wait for things to get easier. But a Stoic, they face obstacles head-on because they know the truth. Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. This is the foundation of one of Stoicism's greatest principles. The obstacle is the way. The phrase comes from Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, whatever is blocking your path is your path. Lost your job? Use it to start your own business. Heartbroken? No. Use it to build the strongest version of yourself. Betrayed by someone? Use it to sharpen your ability to read people. Facing fear? Walk toward it, because that's where growth happens. Every successful person understands this, whether they realize it or not. Take Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he used it as fuel to train harder than anyone else. That rejection became his greatest motivation. Take Oprah Winfrey, fired from her first TV job. Instead of quitting, she used it to reshape her career into something even bigger. Take J.K. Rowling, rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Every rejection was just another step forward. The difference between failure and success. How you see obstacles. Weak people see obstacles and say, "I can't." A Stoic sees obstacles and says, "Good. This will make me stronger." So next time you face a challenge, remember this. The obstacle is the way. Because when you start seeing problems as opportunities, nothing can stop you. In the next part, we'll dive into the most misunderstood Stoic principle of all, Memento Mori, the reminder that could change how you live every single day. Memento Mori, the ultimate reminder that will change your life. Most people live as if they have infinite time. They waste days on distractions, meaningless drama, and fear. But a Stoic, they remember one thing every single day: you will die. This is not meant to be depressing. It's meant to wake you up. It's called Memento Mori, Latin for remember that you will die. The Stoics used this phrase as a constant reminder. Oh, life is short. Time is running out. So stop wasting it. Think about this. If you knew you had 1 year left to live, would you care about what people think of you? If you only had 1 month left, would you waste time scrolling on your phone? If you only had 1 week, would you waste energy on toxic people? The answer is obvious. So why do people waste their lives on things that don't matter? Because they forget that time is their most valuable resource. The Stoics never forgot. When Marcus Aurelius was emperor, he ruled over an empire filled with war, plagues, and corruption. He could have been consumed by stress and fear. But instead, he wrote to himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." It wasn't just philosophy, it was a call to action. Seneca, the great Stoic writer, warned against procrastination. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Epictetus told his students, don't put your happiness in tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. So what does this mean for you? Stop waiting. You want to start a business? Do it now. You want to fix a broken relationship? Do it now. You want to become disciplined, strong, and successful? Do it now. Because if you wait, you might never get the chance. Memento Mori is not about fearing death. It's about using it as fuel. Every second wasted is a second you'll never get back. So ask yourself, if today was your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? If the answer is no, then change right now. Now, let's take it even further. What if you could train your mind to never be shaken, no matter what happens? The art of becoming emotionally untouchable. Most people are slaves to their emotions. They get angry over small things. They get offended by words. They get anxious about the future. They get jealous when someone else succeeds. And because of this, they are weak. A Stoic, they train themselves to be emotionally untouchable. This is not about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world at the time, faced betrayals, backstabbers, and endless stress. But he never let emotions control him. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let's break this down. 1. Control anger. Before it controls you, weak people explode with rage. They let insults, setbacks, and disrespect dictate their actions. A Stoic, they pause, they think, they respond with logic, not emotion. Epictetus said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." Translation: no one can make you angry. You allow it. Second stop. Seeking validation. Weak people crave approval. They let others define their worth. A Stoic, they don't care. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." Someone insults you. It means nothing. Someone doubts you. Prove them wrong through action. Someone rejects you. Move forward without hesitation. The only validation that matters, your own. 3. Master fear and anxiety. Fear is what stops most people from achieving greatness. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of taking risks. A Stoic, they acknowledge fear but act anyway. Seneca put it best, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Most of the things you fear, they will never happen. You're afraid to start a business? The worst that happens is you learn. You're afraid to speak up. The worst that happens is you improve. You're afraid to take a risk. The worst that happens is you grow. Fear only controls you if you let it. And once you stop letting emotions rule your life, you become unshakable, unstoppable, untouchable. Now, it's time for the final lesson. The ultimate mindset shift that will make you a true Stoic. The ultimate Stoic mindset shift. Control what you can. Ignore what you can't. Most people waste energy, time, and emotions on things they have zero control over. They get angry at the government. They get frustrated with the economy. They get upset when people don't act the way they want. They get anxious about things that may never even happen. A Stoic, they focus only on what they can control. This is the most powerful Stoic lesson of all. The 2 circles of control. Imagine 2 circles. The inner circle, things you control. Your actions, your reactions, your effort, your attitude, your discipline. The outer circle. Things you don't control. What others think of you. What happens in the world. How people treat you. The past, random bad luck. Most people live their lives trapped in the outer circle, worrying, stressing, and complaining about things they can't change. A Stoic, they live in the inner circle. They accept reality as it is, not as they wish it to be. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mindset shift will change your life forever. Someone insults you, you don't control them, but you control how you react. A relationship ends, you don't control them, but you control how you move forward. You fail at something, you don't control the past, but you control your next action. This is freedom. Because the moment you stop caring about things you can't control, you become untouchable. You stop worrying, you stop stressing, you stop wasting energy on useless things. Instead, you focus only on what you can control, and you master it. This is the Stoic way. And if you truly embrace it, nothing in this world will ever be able to break you again. Become the master of your life. You've just learned the core of Stoicism, the mindset that has created some of the strongest, most unshakable people in history. But knowledge is worthless without action. The world is filled with people who complain, blame, and make excuses. They stay weak because they refuse to change. You are not like them. You have everything you need to take control of your mind, your emotions, and your life. The question is, will you? If you're ready to rise above weakness, then start now. Embrace everything that happens. See obstacles as opportunities. Master your emotions. Stop wasting time. Focus only on what you can control. Because the moment you do, you become unstoppable. And remember, real Stoics don't complain. They conquer. Subscribe to Real Stoics for more.